I invented a violent X to scare off a guy at my cafe. My roommates and I always visited this cafe around the block. It had cracked leather booths, a moody barista who hated small talk, and this warm cinnamon smell that lingered even when the door stayed open too long. It was our safe place, or at least it used to be, until Derek started showing up. He wasn't scary in the traditional sense. He didn't yell or curse or grab my arm, but he had this persistence that wore you down slowly, like water over stone. He waited outside the bookstore at closing. He recited poems about how my laugh reminded him of thunderstorms. He offered to walk me home, more than once. I smiled through it until I couldn't anymore. Back at our apartment, Maya lit candles for ambiance while Ellie microwaved leftover pad thai. I dropped my bag, opened a bottle of red, and told them Derek had followed me halfway to the train station that day. Maya, barefoot and holding chopsticks like a weapon, said, "You need a fake Psycho X." I laughed, thinking she was joking, but Ellie didn't miss a beat. She grabbed her laptop, opened a blank doc, and typed, "Ryan, recently released, history of assault, follows her socials." She spoke like she was building a case file. "What if we post some creepy photos?" Maya added. "Hoodies, alleys, shadows. I'll be the stalker," Ellie said without looking up. It started as a joke, but by the next morning, we had a full narrative. Ryan had a fake Instagram filled with blurry photos and cryptic quotes. Ellie started sending me texts from a second number. Maya staged a shot of Ellie in the alley across from the bookstore. I left the photo open on my phone just long enough for Derek to see it at the cafe. He didn't run. He leaned in. He offered me a pocket knife. He said his cousin was a cop. He told me he'd protect me, no matter what. I felt trapped in a lie that had already gotten too big. And then there was James. He had just started managing the store. Quiet, thoughtful, and always one step ahead. One day, he overheard Maya joking about Ryan in the break room. Later, he found me in the back office and asked gently if I felt safe. When I hesitated, he didn't press. He just said, "Let me know if you ever need someone to walk you out." I should have come clean then, but I didn't. I liked how he looked at me, not with suspicion, but with this soft awareness, like he could see right through the armor but didn't hold it against me. The weeks that followed were messy. Derek started checking in constantly. He said he'd seen Ryan again, standing across the street. Maya got carried away and posted another photo, this one darker, more intense. Ellie sent a message that read, "Tell your new friend to back off, or I'll finish what I started." James saw that one. He read it over my shoulder, and his face changed. He didn't say anything right away, just nodded and walked off. I felt cold all afternoon. We told Derek that Ryan had skipped town. He didn't believe it, not really, but he stopped hovering. For a moment, it felt like we had gotten away with it. Then Marcus texted me, just one message. "Back in town. Can we talk?" I hadn't seen his name in 3 years, not since I found out he was sleeping with my best friend. My stomach flipped, and my hands shook as I stared at the screen. Derek, sitting nearby, must have noticed. He leaned over and saw the name. His voice dropped. "Is it him?" I didn't answer. An hour later, Marcus walked into the cafe. I saw him before Derek did, but James walked in at the same time. My breath caught. Marcus stepped toward me, confused, holding his phone. Derek lunged. He tackled Marcus to the floor. The barista screamed. James pulled them apart. I shouted, trying to explain, but it was too late. Maya ran over. Ellie tried to talk fast. "Ryan's not real," she blurted. "The cafe owner banned us all on the spot." James didn't say a word. He just looked at me like I was someone he didn't know. Days later, I met Marcus. He apologized, said he was in therapy. I believed him, but I didn't want anything more. I just needed it to be over. I wrote James a letter. No excuses. I told him I lied because being honest meant being vulnerable, and I didn't know how to do that anymore. Not after Marcus. Not after breaking in places I never got to rebuild.